Most people assume owning a gas station is a license to print money. Every time fuel prices jump, they imagine station owners pocketing the difference. The truth is almost the opposite. Many stations earn only a few cents on each gallon sold, and some barely break even on fuel. Yet the best operators still build businesses worth millions. How? Because gasoline is often just the bait. The real money is made after drivers step out of their cars and walk inside. Coffee, snacks, prepared food, car washes, and even the land beneath the pumps can generate far more profit than the fuel itself. That's why two stations across the same street can have completely different financial results. One struggles to survive, while the other quietly expands into a regional chain. To understand why, we first need to look beyond the pump and uncover how this business really works every day. When people judge a gas station, they usually look at one number, the price on the giant sign outside. If gasoline costs more today than it did yesterday, many assume the owner is making a fortune. That assumption ignores how the business actually works. Fuel is one of the lowest margin products a station sells. After paying wholesalers, transportation costs, taxes, and credit card processing fees, the owner may keep only a few cents from every gallon. So why compete so aggressively on fuel prices? Because gasoline brings people onto the property. Once drivers stop, many buy coffee before work, grab a snack for the road, or pick up household essentials. Those purchases often generate far higher profit margins than fuel ever could. This is why modern gas stations resemble small retail stores with fuel pumps instead of the other way around. Owners focus on customer traffic, repeat visits, and in-store spending. Understanding that shift changes everything because it explains why the industry's biggest winners think less like oil companies and more like retailers. Walk into a station displaying a familiar brand like Shell, Chevron, or Exxon, and it's easy to assume the oil company owns everything you see. In many cases, it doesn't. Most gas stations in the United States are independently owned by local business operators who license a major fuel brand. They buy fuel through supply agreements, follow branding standards, and run the business themselves. That arrangement changes the economics completely. The fuel supplier earns money by selling gasoline wholesale, while the station owner depends on running an efficient retail operation. Every decision, from stocking shelves to setting employee schedules, affects profitability. Independent operators also have more flexibility than many people realize. Some negotiate with different suppliers, renovate their stores, or add services such as quick service restaurants and car washes to increase revenue. Others remain small family businesses, serving local neighborhoods for decades. Understanding who owns the pumps explains why ownership is less about oil and far more about operating a successful retail business. Buying a gas station is far more complicated than purchasing a typical retail business. Before the first customer arrives, an owner must decide whether to buy an existing station, build one from the ground up, or operate under a franchise agreement. Each option comes with different costs, risks, and levels of control. An existing station may already have loyal customers, but aging fuel tanks, outdated equipment, or environmental issues can become expensive surprises. Building a new location offers a clean start, yet land acquisition, construction, permits, and underground fuel systems can push the investment into the millions. Franchise operators gain brand recognition and marketing support, though they must follow strict operating standards and pay ongoing fees. Financing also plays a major role. Many owners rely on commercial loans or small business administration financing because few entrepreneurs can cover the full investment with cash. Purchasing the property is only the beginning. The real challenge starts after opening day, when every dollar earned depends on running the business efficiently. Once a gas station opens, every customer creates several opportunities to earn revenue. Fuel is only the first transaction. While gasoline attracts drivers, it rarely produces the largest profits. The real business begins after customers walk through the front door. Inside the store, items like bottled drinks, coffee, candy, chips, cigarettes, and prepared meals often carry much higher profit margins than fuel. A cup of coffee or a fresh sandwich can earn more profit than selling dozens of gallons of gasoline. That is why successful operators invest heavily in clean stores, fast service, and attractive food options. Many stations also add businesses that generate income throughout the day. Car washes, ATM fees, lottery ticket commissions, propane exchanges, package lockers, and quick service restaurants create additional revenue without depending on fuel prices. Each service increases the value of every customer visit. The goal is simple: encourage drivers to spend more than the cost of filling their tank. A station with steady traffic and strong in-store sales can outperform another station that sells more fuel but attracts fewer shoppers inside. Once these revenue streams are working together, the next challenge becomes controlling the long list of expenses that quietly consume those earnings every single day. A busy gas station can generate impressive daily sales, but high revenue does not automatically translate into high profits. Behind every gallon sold and every snack purchased is a long list of expenses that never stop. Payroll is one of the largest. Many stations operate around the clock, requiring multiple shifts, managers, and security measures. Utilities add another significant cost because fuel pumps, refrigeration units, lighting, and heating systems run almost continuously. Then come the expenses customers never notice. Credit card processing fees reduce the profit from nearly every transaction. Fuel pumps require regular maintenance. Underground storage tanks must be monitored for leaks, and environmental regulations demand strict inspections. Insurance premiums, property taxes, inventory losses from theft, and equipment repairs all compete for the same dollars. Even small changes can have a big impact. A broken refrigerator can spoil hundreds of dollars in products, while a malfunctioning fuel pump may drive customers to a competitor before repairs are complete. This is why experienced owners obsess over costs as much as sales. Generating revenue is only half the battle. Protecting that revenue determines whether a station remains profitable, and it also prepares owners for the unexpected risks that can threaten the entire business. Even a well-run gas station faces risks that have nothing to do with customer service or daily operations. One of the biggest is fuel price volatility. Wholesale gasoline prices can change overnight, forcing owners to raise pump prices. Customers often blame the station, even though the owner's profit margin may remain unchanged or even shrink. Environmental liability creates another serious threat. Underground storage tanks must be monitored constantly because even a small leak can contaminate soil and groundwater. Cleanup costs can reach hundreds of thousands of dollars, and insurance does not always cover every expense. One unexpected incident can erase years of profits. Competition is becoming tougher as supermarkets, warehouse clubs, and travel centers used discounted fuel to attract shoppers. At the same time, electric vehicles are slowly reducing long-term demand for gasoline in some regions. Owners must decide whether to invest in charging stations or continue focusing on traditional fuel sales. The stations that survive are rarely the ones with the lowest prices. They are the ones that adapt before the market forces them to. That ability to evolve separates businesses that merely endure from those that continue growing, and it explains why some operators consistently outperform the rest of the industry. If fuel margins are thin and operating costs are high, why do some gas station owners build fortunes while others barely stay afloat? The answer usually has little to do with gasoline itself. It comes down to location, customer experience, and the ability to earn more from every visit. The best stations are built where traffic is constant. Busy intersections, highway exits, and growing suburbs create a steady flow of customers from early morning until late at night. But location alone is not enough. Successful owners give people reasons to come inside. Fresh food, quality coffee, clean restrooms, fast service, and well-stocked shelves encourage customers to spend more than they planned. Companies like Buc-ee's transformed the traditional gas station into a destination, while chains such as QuikTrip and Sheetz built loyal followings through consistent service and prepared food. Many operators also add fleet accounts, loyalty programs, and car washes that generate repeat business throughout the year. In the end, the most profitable stations behave less like fuel retailers and more like neighborhood convenience businesses. That strategy has worked for decades, but the industry is entering another major transition, one that could redefine what a gas station looks like in the future.